Okay, so the acronym for S.O.U.L is Student Opportunities for Unified Leadership. S.O.U.L is the Laurier Brantford campus's Black Student Association, and it's a group that's about Black issues. It's not just for Black people, obviously, but it's about Afro-Caribbean issues and the issues facing the peoples and the histories. So I want to say, I count hair as cultural clothing because it's part of that fashion thing. So that would include any kinds of like cornrows, dreadlocks, the braids that people have put in. And then there's also the West African, there's West African clothing that I've heard the names of dozens of times, but I've never bothered to remember. I want to say dashiki. Not at my ignorance, if that's what that is. And how are they appropriated? Well, like I've never intentionally appropriated them. I've never changed my hairstyle to be in a Black way, and I've never worn a piece of clothing that wasn't modeled by a white person. The closest to appropriation that I've ever done is the T-shirt I'm wearing right now because it's a fan-made shirt about Kanye West albums. And this T-shirt I feel entitled to wear because it wasn't made by it was made to be marketed to everyone. So even though somebody can make a hypothetical case about how this is a T-shirt about a rap artist, about rap albums, about Black music, I still paid for it by an independent producer through a website that has no stake in cultural related clothing and only sells T-shirts by people who make T-shirts to people who want unique fan-made T-shirts. Okay, so this has to be done respectfully, and this has to be done with recognition to the person who created it. I like to whitewash these issues, and what I mean by that is I like to look at the issue from a white perspective, looking at within the diversity of Europe, and I try to model everything like that. This is something that I uniquely do, and some folks like that I do this, and some folks say that I miss the greater point when I do this. How I'm going to do this with this issue, it's as if there's a French model who starts modeling Russian fashion, and then and she's doing so in a way that's somehow disrespectful to Russians, in that she makes jokes about something about the Soviet era or about poverty or about something that would be offensive to Russian people while she's wearing something that would be typically Russian. And because she's doing this so while she's in interviews and when she's backstage around other models, then this particular French model develops a reputation of being just a mean, disrespectful person who's making a profit by wearing something that doesn't belong to her people. And the greatest problem with that is that it's done without permission and it's done disrespectfully. So how this issue could be solved in my whitewashed model example is if the creator of the garment was from the original culture that it's being modeled after, and if the person that's wearing it, that's using it for their own gain, is completely respectful towards that culture and acknowledges the issues that in a respectful way that are facing those people today. Part plays into cultural appropriation because the people that are appropriating feel entitled to do so. If we can go back to the example that I just gave of the Russian model wearing French clothing, then this model feels that she's entitled to wear whatever she wants and to make whatever comments that she wants to make. And this entitlement from power is what I understand to be one of the reasons why appropriation is more offensive, because appropriation within fashion is not a new thing. It's existed throughout all of human history. It's only justified to be upset about if somebody's taking the clothing and disrespecting the people that produced it. An example that's talked about frequently is Kylie Jenner wearing cornrows. With this example, it's seen as this reference is problematic because there's Black people in schools and workplaces who aren't allowed to wear cornrows, and because this is a hairstyle that has a history of being an Afro-Caribbean hairstyle, there is a sense of entitlement that Black persons who complain about this, who feel offended by this, claim it's unfair that this white person can get praise for using their hairstyle, but when they wear their hairstyle, they're criticized and they lose their positions of power. I don't think I have. I'd love to have somebody point out to me a time that it has happened if there's a picture somewhere. Okay, so the line has to be drawn at the significance of the clothing for the person that you're taking it from. It's one thing to wear some kind of a scarf that happens to have a really string pattern on it, let's say a Persian or a Turkish pattern on it. But if you wear it as a hijab and you're not a Muslim, then it looks like you're trivializing something that's life or death important to another person. The line is about how significant the thing that you're using is to another culture. If the piece of clothing that you're wearing is something that the people in the culture that you're taking from only use as a thing that's made to be bought and sold as a commercial product, or just as something that's used to that you wear in the sun or that you wear in winter, then that's completely fair game. That black people have created some kind of abstract ownership over sneakers because more black people wear sneakers like Yeezys than white people do. So you can't claim some kind of artificial ownership over that if those folks choose to do so. However, there's nothing that's like historically black that the fashion designers of Kanye West or A$AP Rocky are doing with the lines that they have freedom to do so. Like A$AP Rocky with Gus is doing jean overalls with striped shirts. And it would look ridiculous if it was anybody other than A$AP Rocky, but because it's A$AP Rocky, it looks great. Because in some respects, A$AP Rocky has more license than certain white actors would have. I really believe that A$AP Rocky wearing jean overalls looks more presentable than if it were Johnny Depp. All of human history is about people sharing things with each other. And I find it ridiculous when certain Asian personalities say that there is no circumstance in which any white person or any person that's not of a particular culture is not allowed to wear something when they're doing so in a respectful and knowledgeable way. I don't see a situation in which it will be acceptable for non-Muslims to wear the hijab. I don't think that can be done respectfully. However, anything else is absolutely fair game. As long as it's in something that's not used for religious purposes and something that's not like a complete lifestyle choice that has a profound meaning behind it, then that garment is fair game for anybody who wants to be respectful about it.